Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Slay the Spire Downfall version 2.3.4 or 3.30.3 or 12.18.2022. One of those. There's a new character. Downfall, second screen, the Collector Beta. It's not much of a beta because it is out. It's not in like a beta branch or anything. If you don't want to do a whole run to unlock it, start a run with Snecko, immediately abandon run, you will unlock the Collector. It has to be Snecko, you can't do it as another character. We're gonna check out the Collector today as a brand spanking new character. The notorious sorceress of the city claims souls and trinkets alike. Starts with the Emerald Torch. Start each combat with one reserve. I don't know what that is. And we have 5 essences. No one else starts with essences. So let's check it out. The Collector, let's embark. I have no idea what to expect, but we will learn as we go. There's a couple of unlit torch heads carrying us on their backs. I kind of love it. All right, talk. I brought you back. Can't be chosen on the first run. We'll take max HP in that case. As boring as that is. Let's jump in. I'm not gonna read that. Let's jump into a fight and then we'll learn what this character is all about. And we're not gonna do burning elites. Now, if you've never seen Slay the Spire Downfall, it is a mod to Slay the Spire. You play as the bad guys. You start at the top, you work your way down, you fight the normal characters of the game as bosses instead of bosses, and everything is turned on its head. When you find events, you're the bad guy, so you interact with the events in a different manner than you would otherwise. And the heart is our Niao/merchant as well. So let's go down maybe this path. We can fight a lot of combat and a couple of elites. Collector takes essences from foes. You can spend essences to add spirits into your collection. Okay. So Jawworm is Megatherial, gain 10 block, gain 1 strength. The collection is a separate deck. You draw 1 card from it each turn. Rewards can give you essences. Okay. I have no idea. Oh, we can see what their card is. Reserve is a special kind of energy that persists. That's a cool mechanic, actually. I'm normally the only time you can roll energy over is with special character traits or ice cream, but reserve is just ice cream, but for only 1 energy. It probably doesn't persist between combats, but that's still pretty cool. This contains the collected cards you have yet to draw this combat. You draw 1 card from this at the start of each turn. Spend essences on adding cards to your collection. Combat rooms grant 1, elites give 2, bosses give 3, you have 5. And our current deck is Strike and Defend. You are mine. 1 weak, 1 vulnerable, 12 doom. Doomed creatures lose HP at the start of their turn, then doom is removed unless the creature is afflicted with both weak and vulnerable. So if they attack, they'll lose the weakness. Well, no, the weakness persists for a turn. And then Fuel the Fire's Pyre requires exhausting a card in hand in addition to paying the energy cost, and then gives you reserve. So you can use this to thin out the cards in your deck. What a weird freaking build. And then Megatherial, add 1 random 0 cost card into your hand, Acid Slime. Spike Slime, Megatherial, gain 8 block whenever you are attacked, deal 3 damage back. But only that turn. Okay, so I don't think I want these cards. So we're just going to do a very classic thing of strike, defend. Oh, but we have reserve. Let's also play another defend. Okay. We're gonna figure this out. It might just take a while. So, will You Are Mine... Will the Doom damage still persist next turn, or do we have to apply another stack of vulnerability and weakness? Apply 15 Doom. Let's find out. He loses 12. Okay, so the Doom will at least last for 1 turn. He needs to have weak and vulnerable at the end of your turn. Really. Okay, so he should be dead. Dong! I like that sound effect. And also... Oh, because the trigger is only at the beginning of their turn, not the end of the turn. Okay, that makes sense. So we gain 1 essence. Oh, I see. We don't spend the essences during combat. We spend the essences after combat. So if we want, we can add 1 or both or 0 of those cards. And then our deck can get gain an Ember, unplayable retain when exhausted, gain 1 strength. Embers are cards you use for pyres. Apply weak and vulnerable so you can get the Doom going. And roast that just deals damage. So I kind of like the Doom idea, and weak and vulnerable are useful, you know, stats to have, and it's a free card, and it's also, you know, free. So I think we'll just take Mini Curse. I think that's acceptable for now. But I don't think I want these. I'm gonna save my essences for like elites, because if you go elite hunting, you can grab the elite cards, and that's gonna be worth more than the early game cards. If you get the early game cards, you get more of an advantage, but if you get the cards later in the game, then you get more high quality cards, I think. This is such a weird deck and a weird character, but he should be dead next turn because he's gonna take another 12 damage, and we can do another 18 on top of that. And then we might as well also pyre the defend to give him more weakness and vulnerable so the Doom doesn't go away. So gain an essence, get the souls, the potion, a card, gain 5 block X times next turn, gain X reserve exhaust. That seems kind of nice because you can use it as a big block card that also gives you a lot of free energy. Pixely says, yesterday Monster Train and today Spire good. Pixely, this is the new Slay the Spire downfall character. I am just figuring it out myself. Gain 7 block, your next attack this turn also applies 3 Doom. Reserve counts for X. Oh! That makes a lot of sense. So you can spend reserve to gain the block and then get the reserve back. So it just makes the reserve free block. Yo, that's pretty good. That not so much. And then the Kindling, this is I'm surprised it's not retained, but this is a card that you offer to the pyre, Slay the Pyre, in order to exhaust it for a benefit. Okay, I'm gonna take Stash away because that's very cool in theory. Pyre, gain 1 strength at the start of your next 3 turns. Can I see what the upgrade is for this? Can we even upgrade those cards? Maybe you can't upgrade them. They are kind of off-colored. But I'm kind of building into a little bit of Doom. Not that much. We've only added a couple of cards that, well, only one relates to Doom. But I think we can skip. Again. One day I will add one of those cards to the deck. So on this turn, we have 4 energy with Stash away. I think what we want to do is I think we want to fuel the pyre, gain 2 reserve on strike to get it out of the deck, and then we'll spend 3 energy on stash, and then next turn we'll get 5 reserve, which we can keep that energy forever. And we'll just wait until these shuffle. So on that turn, we basically gained 4 energy forever. So you get a lot of energy with this character, which is kind of cool. Especially because this is an exceptionally good, but also expensive card. This You Are Mine. So we can't kill you. So I think I will block, make you even more weak and vulnerable. You know what, I think we could have killed him. We could have used the potion. We can still use the potion. I'm only taking 2. I will accept 2 damage. And then you're still vulnerable. Why did I think that vulnerability went away when I hit you? It definitely does not go away when I hit you. It'll stick around for another turn. Maybe not the best brain thinking there. Jawworm, Megatherial, gain 10 block and 1 strength. For 2 essences? No, for 2, that's my energy counter, isn't it? For 2 energy, we get to gain 10 block and 1 strength. Womp. Deal 12 damage, gain 12 temporary HP. That's really good because temporary HP is essentially block. Deal damage to a random enemy multiple times, synergizes with strength gain. Deal damage, choose one of X cards, 2 or 3, from your collected pile to gain a copy of. That's pretty good as well if you have a good deck, but let's just take Womp because it's solid. And then do we want to start thinking about these Megatherial cards at this point? It's not a bad card. We could take 1. We could take 1. Let's take 1. So we've added that, but not to the deck, so it can't get upgraded, I don't think. Oh no, it can right here. Oh, it can definitely get upgraded too. Gain 14 block, gain 2 strength. I don't know if you can check the upgrade before you take the card. I should have tried to right click it. Okay. So Megatherial cards move to the exhaust pile when played and at the end of your turn, no matter where they are. So we cannot discard it to keep it. You only get this card once per combat, unless it shuffles. Maybe they don't shuffle. I don't know. But I tell you what, let's play it because we gain enough block, and then we'll gain the temporary HP on top of that, which will last turn over turn. It used our reserve, but that's okay. Block, block, strike. Let's not mini curse. And then we can stash. So now we're gonna get energy next turn. That stash card is really good. Let's make you vulnerable so we can hit you. And then you should be dead, but you're not gonna be dead. So we will, I guess, just get rid of the strike, and then I don't have a card to exhaust. So you do have to have a card to exhaust. It's not like it's an optional thing. Okay, I mean, we're learning. Gain 1 essence, get the souls. Take 5 less damage from attacks. Can't help but notice we did not get the block card back again. We only got it once during that combat, which was very interesting. Gain 6 HP, Torch Head gains. Deal 3 damage to all enemies. While you have temporary HP, each attack you play triggers a Torch Head. Interesting. Gain a dex when you fully block an attack, apply 2 doom. Can't touch this. I like dexterity gain, so I think that's a solid card. And then another Scorching Ray. We have a lot of blocks in the deck, though, but I do like blocks. Let's take the can't touch this. And then we'll go to the question mark. Upgrade a card in your deck or get Pain for the Warped Tongs. I will take the Warped Tongs. Upgrades are nice. We got Pain. That's okay. We get temporary HP from some of this too, so that's not that bad. Jawworm blocks enough and gives us strength. I will attack. I will save my reserve energy and not pain myself anymore. I'm curious what the elite cards are gonna be. This seems like a great stash, because we just now lock in that energy. We might have a bit of a card problem, not an energy problem, but you know, in this turn we have enough energy to play everything. The You Are Mine is not going to be incredible, but we can at least doom one enemy a couple of times. And we can get temporary health. Do we have enough energy for this? Yeah, we just can't play Fuel the Fire. That's fine. So we want this. Oh, the number turned yellow as well. It's like, hey, you are going to use some of your reserve, but that's okay. We'll doom you. And you are... Afflicted requires weak and vulnerable. If I mini curse you, then you will die. I could have just hit you with the Womp. Well, you can hit you with the Womp. But you're now dead. No, I gotta hit you for one. I'll draw an attack, I'm sure. So let's gain the temporary health. That'll protect us from pain and also from that attack. It also did apply Doom. I guess that counted as fully blocking the damage. So you're now dead. We don't need to play it, but we might as well. I don't know if it'll fully count. I like the fact that it dongs when the enemy dies. Dong! Oh, not a great turn. Gotta admit. But that's okay, it's an elite. We knew what we were in for. I'll take 3 damage, I think, to save the potion. That potion can have more value later, I think. So we will nuke you down. And now we're taking none, and you're gonna have 17 Doom next turn. Okay, can I draw a strike? Did not draw a strike, but that's okay. We should have gotten rid of the pain. I'm learning. I gotta think about this, but I'm learning. Yeah, the pyre, we can use it on the curse. Of course we can, but of course. Oh, I should have let him die, so we doomed him. Doom. Wow, there's 3 of these. Sundial. Gain 5 block, add 2 embers. When exhausted, gain strength. So there is a easy kind of renewable strength gain. When exhausted, gain block. Next attack this turn also applies 3 doom. Not a big fan of that one. This one, maybe. Yeah, so on upgrade, the kindlings get retained. That's a lot better. Let's check out these sentry cards. Mega Ethereal, deal 8 damage, apply 1 week, repeat if there is a sentry in your exhaust pile. So the first one attacks for 8, the second one attacks for 16, the third one attacks for 24, and then they're gone. You don't get any more of them. Deal 10 damage, apply 2 week. Pretty decent card, but I'm still gonna save my essences. I don't think this is good enough. Because you can't get him. Oh, you know what? You could get him back if you can pull him out of the exhaust pile. So maybe there's a card in the game that allows you to pick a card from your exhaust pile to put into your hand, and then you can actually get these cards being repeated. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. Let's keep the fleeting embers. Let's go fight this other elite. We've got potions, we can fight. Smiling Mask, I will take that. I'm probably not gonna fight the true final boss on this one. You're kind of annoying, I will admit, but we got a very good, lucky early Doom. Doom! Doom! What do we not need? We don't need blocks, so get rid of that. Do we spend for reserve? I think we probably don't, and we try to look for a stash or something. I'd like to draw this for the temporary HP, but that damage is worth more. Or maybe we just go all out. Save the energy, because we'll get more block. That's exactly what I'm thinking. So that's more energy. Took 1 damage. This is skill. So he will do 14. And this will not give us enough block, but it does give us enough block right now. So let's play it. And then we have 8 energy. We have 8 energy. And then I think we will just discard the entire hand. And we're looking for that rare card that was in the deck somewhere, which we didn't get, obviously. More dexterity. 6 block each. He'll go... Oh, he doesn't have weakness and vulnerability anymore. Oh. So he'll go to 12 and then 14. We can't block at all. We can't. We have reserves. We can do this, 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 and then we do need to start hitting him. We have the embers in our hand. We took no damage. I know the vulnerability sucks, okay? Okay? Yeah, you got me. The vulnerability sucks. Make you weak, get rid of an ember. We get strength, he gets vulnerability. Do it again. Get rid of the ember. Now we're hitting him for 16 a card, and oh, look at that, he's freaking dead. Mega Ethereal, whenever you play a skill, gain 2 vigor. These are not that good. I was kind of hoping for more bombastic cards. These are like directly out of other decks. And they're just like basic cards. I guess that's kind of the point. They're just more cards. The enemy is not afflicted. Apply both weakness and vulnerability. That's a good card. Add the Pyred card's damage to this. All enemies lose strength, afflicted enemies lose more strength. Permanently. I think we do need a little bit more damage. The Inflict Agony is pretty good because it applies the weakness and vulnerability. I do like that. Cursed Whale is very good for multi-hits. Enemies with Artifact are going to be harder to apply all of the status effects to. I'm realizing that. Well, let's go for a... Add the Pyred card's damage to this. I kind of like this because we can get rid of strikes. At a certain point, though, we're not going to have anything else to exhaust. Well, no, the Fleeting Ember will constantly give us strength as we exhaust it, I suppose. Give me, this is very interesting. Give me the Inflict Agony. Let's go for a little bit more Doom. And then Gremlin Knob, this is really for if you want to get multi-hit cards. The Vigor is very good for that. But I think we'll skip this. I know we're not really adding much, but I don't know what's good. Okay? I don't know what's good, okay? Next time you receive unblocked attack damage, gain 7 block, gain 1 blur louse. I would add those to the deck. Gain a blur for free? That's really nice. So we do have pain. We can't really stop it. I can kill an enemy and then put up 10 block. That's probably what we're gonna have to do. Let's kill you. And gain 10 block and 1 strength or 10 block and energy. Let's go 10 block and energy. Exhaust is out of the deck anyways. Can't touch this, whatever you... Gain 2 dexterity. Okay, I like that. Hire that defend for even more energy. And they have a little bit of doom. Not much, but a little. So we'll womp. You are mine. You are dead. And now you are dead. And we don't even have to play anything else. This works when the enemies don't have artifact. When they end up getting artifact, that's gonna be a lot harder to work around. Hey, Nambi, welcome. Hydrate. I have been, but thank you. How do these upgrade? Next time you receive unblocked attack damage, gain 10 block. This card is exhausted, gain a greater hurting. Gain a greatest hurting. So with the Flame Lash card, you would want to use with this. Oh, but you know, it's ethereal. It can just stay in your deck and get stronger. Very interesting. Add 2 to all enemy weakness and vulnerable, but it doesn't do it itself. That's pretty cool. I think we need damage. And this is a fun damage enabler. Let's take hurting. I hurt. And I think we want the louse cards. I think we want all 3. They're free, they give blur. Those are really nice. And we have a lot of blocks in that collection. Maybe that means we don't have to focus on blocks so much. Maybe that means we can actually maybe focus a little bit more on offensive cards. Ho ho ho. The most fulfilling of lives is that in which you can punch anything. Do you agree? Agree, punch. We get doubt, disagree, or take. The Serpent Megatherial card does 20 damage, adds a doubt into your hand. So it's good damage for 1, but then you are weak. Very interesting. There's no shops up ahead, so we can't really remove the curse. We can pyre the curse, but I have other cards that I want to be pyring, I think. We have offering cards. I still have the pain in the deck. I don't really want to add a second curse. 20 damage for 1, is that worth it? We don't have to play the card, I suppose. We could just let it sit and exhaust if we can't pyre the curse. Okay, I will... Your greed outmatches my own, please let me be. Okay, we didn't get the card. No, we did get the card. It just didn't have the animation play of adding it to the deck. All enemies lose 2 strength. That's one that we're gonna wanna add in, and we should have the essences to do it. That's a good card. So, very interesting turn. We will definitely take this, because we gain block if we get hit. We'll definitely gain dexterity. We will definitely blur all of the block that we have. And gain lots of energy. We'll gain even more blur. We gotta hit him at some point. We might want to hit him now because we have so much blur up. Otherwise, we might risk losing the block because we might not get the blur card. So if I attack him twice, we do 4 damage and he wakes up, and then next turn we take no damage. But next turn we take no damage if we just let him sit anyways. And then we maybe can get some dooms going. Doom, 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 doom. I'm gonna wake your ass up. I wanna get value out of this block we've been blurring. We got the serpent. We can pyre the pain. We'll do that before the ember. If this card is exhausted, gain a greater hurting. How much energy do we have next turn? 5, 6, we have 8 energy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can play these for 7 energy. Inflict agony, then you are mine, then womp. I don't want to be weak on that turn, but you know what? The 20 damage is probably worth the weakness, because the weakness only reduces your damage by 25%, right? So we'll do more damage by hitting him. So we'll hit him. We'll be weak. Well, it adds it to the deck, admittedly. If this card is exhausted, gain an ember. You know, it's kind of nice that if you don't use it, it still gets better. So we want to play this. Make you weak and vulnerable. Doom you. Womp ya. We won't be weak next turn, so we can block. Block. Yeah, next, oh, I thought we lost it. Next turn he's gonna die because this thing is gonna do like 60 something damage. Yeah, 63. That's pretty good. That went very well. We get 2 essence from this. All enemies lose 2 strength as like a permanent effect is very good for 1 energy. We get an entropic brew. When exhausted, draw 2 cards. It doesn't upgrade to retain. This one does. I still think we want the Womp. The temporary HP is really nice, and it's a rare. And I think we want this to make enemies lose strength. Very nice. Okay, let's continue. We've got Mob Banks. We're getting a little bit more cash. We have almost 500. Pyre. Let's definitely pyre immediately to get rid of the pain. We have 4 energy. If I weaken... So I can't play this. If I weaken you, we'll be able to block all of it. So now we can just defend. I can kill you, but I think I'd rather give you stats. And then we'll play this for the blur. We'll roll over 1 block. But getting block for free if you ever get hit is really nice. It's a solid get. And we don't have enough for these. Apply to vulnerable, apply vulnerable to all enemies. That's actually pretty cool. You know, if there's enemies in the fight, and I actually really like the design of this card. If there's enemies in the fight that have artifact and enemies that don't, you can target the enemies with no artifact with this card to give them the most vulnerability, and then everyone else will either gain 1 vulnerability or lose artifact. That's a cool card. Gain X strength at the start of your next 3 turns. So this is a use for the reserve energy, and it's a ton of scaling. So it's 2x or 3x strength. Sucker Punch, well, I mean, that's not new. Roast. Forgery. Really like Forgery now. We have good collected cards. I wonder if this will only give us cards from the draw pile or from our entire collection. But I think I'll grab it because that's tempting. The vulnerability is good for Doom, but without another card that's similar and applies weakness, we're gonna be lopsided. We're gonna have a lot of vulnerability, no weakness. I guess that's where a Sucker Punch could come into play. I think I just like a Womp Womp. Womp Womp! "24 temporary HP is solid. And this could be a good stash turn. I wouldn't mind pyring this out of existence, but unblocked attack damage. We still have the temporary HP. There's no reason to play the louse, I'm realizing. So let's gain a whole bunch of energy. And we'll lose like 3 temporary health, yeah. Okay. We got the hurting combo. So if we wait, we're gonna get a 14, 28, and then a 42 damage hurting. That's a lot. That's for 3 energy. I mean, that's basically a bludgeon. It just takes a couple of turns, and you don't have to play it when you draw it, and you can plan for it since you know it's going to be in your hand. Or you could pyre it, and then it'll be in your hand immediately, upgraded. Like if I mini curse into hurting, it's going to have 28 damage, be afflicted by vulnerability, which means it'll do 42. I could kill this enemy in 1 freaking hit. That seems like a great idea. Let's do that. Like, that's the combo, and you can just get it out whenever the hell you want. That's pretty sweet. 1 weak, 1 vulnerability, 1 doom. I can kill an enemy with that, so I think I will. It's gonna cost us our last reserve. I don't want him to live for another turn. I don't want him to add garbage, so we're just gonna ice him. We're blurring anyways. We'll pyre, defend. Yeah, perfect amount of lethal there. That's sweet. And that card is still in the deck, and then if we don't play it, it'll exhaust into the high value one, which will do 63 on vulnerability. All enemies lose strength. We might as well, just because we have nothing else to do. I think we're gonna get out of this losing like 1 HP. Ooh, 26 damage, you say? So I can, and you know what? We could have had 6 sentries in the deck, theoretically, if we had kept all of our essences and then just pumped it all into the boss fights, but I think we don't need any of these. Although, you know what? This is another way of applying multiple weakness, so with that vulnerable card, this can push the balance towards the weakness that you might need. I'll take that. Steal up to 10 of the enemy's block. Deal damage repeat for each unique debuff on an enemy. Gain temporary health. Exhaust. Gain 6 temp HP exhaust if you have any temp HP exhaust. So if you have none, this won't exhaust. Draw cards from your collected pile, gain reserve. That's exceptional, because a lot of our collected cards are free and we can just play them. Okay. Now we can remove a collected card, gain 40 souls. Oh, so if you don't like what you've added, you can remove it. Obtain the ruby key, upgrade. Can we upgrade collected cards? No. So how do you upgrade those collected cards? Really, it's warped tongs, right? Because I can remove a collected card. I don't know why this is see-through. But I can't upgrade them. Maybe there's an event that can, or maybe you just have to have, you know, relics like this to do it. I think we will upgrade Dragon's Trove. I like this because it's just 1 extra energy. So let's upgrade that and then, I guess, leave. Louse. At the start of your turn, you can exhaust a card to gain 8 block. Oh, it's his, it's adapt. You just get it. Exhaust is not Pyre, but that is kind of interesting, because if we add curses to the deck, then we can remove them. Cowboy Louse, no less. Yeah, he does have a little cowboy hat on. Okay. So definitely get some blur going. What is your thing? You're concentrated unless I do 10 damage. Okay. So Womp will do it. So we'll probably doom you and then Womp you. Actually, let's use some potions too. When unplayable, when exhausted, draw. Everyone gains block. Apply 4 doom to enemies with doom. Okay. Unplayable when exhausted, add a burning strike to your hand. Deal damage, draw. I guess we are gonna play Doom. So we will have this give Doom. And we'll doom you? Because that should break your concentration next turn, no matter what we do. No matter what we doom? Haha! Then we'll womp ya. Get some armor. And turn. Look out, the Locust has a gun. Does he actually have a gun? I don't think he has a gun. I think that's just armor plating. He's shooting his louse. Reduce the cost of a random card by 1. You have 2 energy. So if we hit him for 10, we don't even need to hit him. He's gonna lose his concentration anyway, so he's not gonna play the strike. So we'll definitely play this. The enemy is not afflicted, apply weak and vulnerable. So that on him keeps that doom going, which I really like. Then I like the idea of adding embers so that we have targets to exhaust. And you're gonna hit me for 0. We're gonna take no damage. That's fine. End turn. Literally has a holster with a gun. Is that a holster? It doesn't look like a holster and it doesn't look like a gun. But I guess the louse's coloration is in the way. It's kind of hard to tell. So, draw 2 cards from your collected pile, gain 2 reserve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do this. We've got Serpent and Lagavulin. Having you lose strength is nice. Still have 8 block. Add a doubt to your hand. We don't have to play this. We really don't have to. Aim block and strength. We're not rolling over block, so this is maybe not the best. You're gonna give me weakness? Well, no, you're gonna lose your concentration anyways. So what we should do is definitely buff. And then, you know what? Let's get more temporary HP. At the cost of 1 of the reserve. And my dude is still doomed. He's doomed. Choose one of 3 cards from your collected pile to gain a copy of. I don't know if that actually works, but we'll try it. So please get rid of the pain. Play the louse. Oh, he's not gonna be doomed! Doomed! He is gonna lose his dead on though, so he's not gonna have block. Can we, I mean, okay, let's find out. We'll still be able to block for 18 and, you know, that'll take us the rest of the way. You don't have curl up. Why not? That's weird. Nope. So they have to be in the draw part, not the exhaust part. Okay, fair enough. Lessons learned. Deals 42 damage. So I think I'm going to doom you, hit you for 63, and you're dead. Imagine that. Dong. Cowboy Louse don't need no curl up. No curl up because Deputy Louse is no coward. Nambi and Architrezent are on the same page. Yup. We got another Louse card though. That's a solid card to add to the deck though. So much blur. Double Doom. 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 Collector got some nice looking legs. You know what I'm saying? Collector looking fine. Pyre Doom. Enemy gains more Doom at the end of each turn. That's real solid. Another Dragon's Trove is also pretty good. But it doesn't give you a copy of the card from the collected pile. It just gives them to you now, but it also gives you energy. At the start of your turn, play You Are Mine on a random enemy. Dark Lord form. Okay, that's good. That's real good. And you can build up the energy to play it, which I really like. It's free weakness and vulnerability and infinitely scaling damage forever. We gotta take that. That's so good. Now, do we want to exhaust to gain block for 3 energy, or just have another Louse? I'm gonna take Louse, but I'm not gonna take the Adept. We kind of have enough block as is. But you know what? It does roll over the block in theory, but it's expensive. But maybe we'll get an energy relic. I don't know. Being able to exhaust. Well, hold on. When exhausted, gain strength. So you can Ember and then exhaust the card in order to. Yeah, okay. I like it. It's expensive, but I like it. And maybe it can be cheaper if it gets hit by the tongue. No. I will take Philosopher's Stone. We can reduce enemy strength. We've got the Lagavulin card. We have to go to the shop. My god, we have so much money. So let's go. It doesn't matter which route we take, so we'll just go for this one. Hello, Orb. Orb boy. Orb boy. So we need. Oh, this is so nice. This is nice. We need energy. This will give us reserve. I like the idea of purging your artifacts. Do we want embers for 1 energy? Yeah. Because then we can pyre it, gain more energy. Pyre it, gain more energy. Gain energy. Is Dark Lord. Dark Lord! Dun 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 dun. We gotta play it. We gotta play it. I think you gotta play this too, because it will immediately apply Doom! Oh, and we... Oh, I didn't even realize. Okay, so Louse triggers the curl up block on temporary health. That makes total sense. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Anyways, this guy is doomed to death, by the way. He is doomed! Doomed! So yeah, let's end turn. We'll get hit for 1 and then gain 12 block. God, that's such a good card. And that block is gonna roll over. By the way, you're dead. Or should I say you're doomed? Doomed! Oh, we get to choose one to add to your hand, okay? This one. By the way, you're dead. Should have waited for the dong. Dong! Okay, so Inflict Agony is not gonna be as helpful anymore. Condemn applies Vulnerable and Doom. Sucker Punch applies the weakness component of that. I don't know if there's gonna be a Sucker Punch for vulnerability and a Condemn for weakness. Higher gain big blocks, next turn gain reserve. I really like building into the block decks. Yeah, it's 1 energy too. Dude, and this is 3 blur? I can't afford it! Maybe we'll fight him later and we can get it. This guy's probably gonna give me plated, yeah, 4 plated armor. Which, hold on. So, Louse will trigger the curl up. Plated armor will, in theory, get lost when we lose temporary HP, because this says receive unblocked attack damage, this says receive unblocked attack damage. It's the same phrasing. If it behaves differently, that's on the game for having inconsistent phrasing, okay? Okay. Just saying. Let's make you weak. Let's add stuff to the hand. Let's choose a card to add to my hand. Well, we need to put up some blocks, don't we? You know what? There you go. Keep the reserve energy. It's good with blur. Yeah, but if we ever do lose the plate, it is good with blur, but if we lose the plated armor, it's not that good. Jawworm and a serpent. We have blur, so we could play Jawworm. We could also play Bonfire. That actually seems like a pretty good idea. Hire this one. We have 3 Pyre energy. That's 33 damage, but next turn it's gonna be worth more. And we get to play it for free next turn because we're still gonna have the energy. And we still have the block. And we still have the blur. So, Pyre. We have 8 energy. Only 8? Oh, this will kill him. We don't need to... Oh, it was already weak, or he was already vulnerable. This will still kill him. We don't need to think about it too hard. Okay, he's dead. The plated armor could be good, but I think I want to save my essences for better cards. I took 1 damage. Damn it. You know, there's boss fights and elites coming up that maybe we want. And getting Blur 3 from that Spheric Guardian might be nice. Whenever you exhaust a card, a random enemy loses HP. Feel my pain. That is pretty interesting. Note that it is not attack damage, it is just losing HP, and it also goes around block. We do exhaust frequently. And if we play that and the... All right, it's here. And the adapt, that's 8 block and 3 damage, which, Okay, plated armor is really good. I think we will take it. I think we'll skip. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. When a card is in your hand, it exhausts, right? If it's Mega Ethereal, so we will still get the value from losing 3 health on an enemy. I still don't think it's enough. 3 damage is not that much. And it doesn't scale unless we stack that card multiple times. So I'm just gonna chill. Now we have to fight the merchant. I forgot about that. Add 4 random colorless cards into your hand that cost 0 this turn. That's pretty good. Twofault, welcome. How are you doing today? We're gonna pain. We're gonna be in pain. But that's okay. You know, we actually don't need to play much. We don't need to play the rest of this. So we'll just gain 7 energy next turn. This is a fun character. Twofold, I'm playing the Downfall mod, and the new character that was added is a lot of fun. Leads Thorns. Yeah, well, I mean, you're not wrong. So we want Dark Lord. He has barricades, so we do just kind of have to hit him. But we'll wait until we have the big hurting. I don't think we're gonna kill him. We're not really doing a lot of damage quickly. But maybe we'll get there. Get more Doom. We have a lot of energy. This, we do not need the block. We can play this now. Why not? Maybe we could have gotten some extra strength, but I'll kill him now. Get the free You Are Mine. 7 energy. Forgery. We have Pyre. Since we don't have Pyre, we don't need to play the Fleeting Embers, unless this gives us something that gives us Pyre. This gives us a Tapped and Louse. All right. Still, it's 150 damage. Pretty good. Oh, don't forget about that one. Nearly 200 damage. We'll kill him in the future. In fact, we might want to go to the next merchant on this floor. Apply Doom, enemy gains more at the end of each turn. We already have that. Torchbearer for temporary health. Next attack applies Doom, hit multiple times. I'm actually not that interested in any of these. Maybe the Lantern Flare, because our deck is getting thick, but we can remove cards at the shop. Well, actually, we can only remove 1. Forgot about that. Here I was thinking we were, you know, Monster Train. We could just spend more money. I would love to just spend more money. Super Doom. More Doom is nice. Doom Eternal. It's a good card. Okay, you convinced me. Ignore Paths. The first time you play a power card each combat, gains 6 block and 1 strength. Frozen Eye. Enemy loses strength, evil within, bandage up. Gain shivs equal to the pired card's cost plus 1. Gains 6 temporary health. Torchhead gains deal damage to all enemies. Each attack you play triggers the Torchhead. I'm just gonna go for that removal. Finally get rid of pain. Winged Boots is honestly tempting because we can go like heavy elite path potentially. And then also in the future, if we need to bounce around, we can bounce around. We have a lot of money. But maybe we just want to save. What else would we do? We could get 2 upgrades, then bounce to another shop. I like that idea. Okay, I'll buy the winged boots. Also goodbye, Ma Relic. Ma Bank has been pretty nice. Remove a card, upgrade all strikes and defends. I would like to remove the strikes and defends, so I think I'm just gonna remove a strike. Even more so than going for the upgrades. Because the upgrades would mean that other cards get upgraded thanks to Warp Tongs, but I want the removal, I think. This is gonna suck, because you attack a lot. You only have 5 energy. This seems like a good turn, maybe to just gain infinity energy. Energy potion? I don't even think we need the energy potion. I think I just want to gain 5 energy, so we have 9 energy. And now we can play all of our, you know, good cards, and then we have the plated armor coming out too. So we will get rid of a strike. Theoretically, we are taking 1, which is unfortunate. Oh no, we're not, we have Womp. So this is actually a good opportunity to see if we do lose the plated armor. We don't. So that's interesting. The phrasing of the card is exactly the same as Louse, but the effect is different when you get hit. You don't lose the plated armor, you do curl up. It's in the benefit of the player, but it is bad phrasing. The phrasing should be everything. So I feel like this could be reworked. I like it because it helps me, but could be a little bit better. I'm a little dumb. I could have done this way differently. You know, get rid of the hurting. No, we are actually doing this correctly. And 18. That'll kill you. Please give me... This is a copy, right? Is it a copy? It's forgery, so yeah, it's a copy. We want a copy of Lagavulin. And then we will keep rolling over block. Oh, we have to get rid of a card. Okay, get rid of greater healing. Greater hurting. And then make you vulnerable, hit you for 45. You being alive does not matter. Apply doom! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can play everything. We don't need the block though. We need this. And then I'm gonna give the doom to you. You know, I could have given it to you and that would have killed you, but I'm still just gonna give it to you. I guess I will roll over the block. Connie, welcome. New game, who dis? We're playing the Collector. Guess I'll play this. We are out of blur now. The bad thing about the Louse cards is that it is limited blur. The good thing about it is that it's still good. Double dong! Dong! Jaded Jabs. Or shivs. Draw cards. This turn they retain. For 1, I guess it's not bad. Misdirect, gain block next turn, gain 1 reserve. So that's just energy plus, which is kind of cool. I could see that with Horde and with a lot of card draw. I also like Whirling Flame. Put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. We got a lot of exhaustible cards, but there's a lot of cards that I would like to see again. Bonfire. Lantern Flare doesn't exhaust, I'm realizing, so it's a repeatable card. Yeah, it's like it's a good way of putting it. Headbutt, but AoE. Stash Away exhausts, unfortunately. Womp exhausts. That's a power. So a lot of cards that we would like to bring back won't do much, but we can also, you know, pull back cards that'll give us energy. I am thinking about that draw though. Horde, if you draw something that's ethereal, you have to play it, but it does cost energy. Getting through the deck faster matters, but this guy, but Dead Branch, thoughts. If we had Dead Branch, I mean, so far I haven't seen synergies with exhaust cards. Getting random cards is always nice, but we do create cards and exhaust them constantly, so we will be getting new things. But there's no like exhaust payoff, I think. Well, there probably is, we just haven't unlocked it or seen it. I'll take a Whirling Flame. Chosen. Megatherial, apply 3 weak. The enemy does not intend to attack a tie vulnerable, and cultist. Gain 1 strength at the start of your next 3 turns. It's free on upgrade. This is 5 weak, 5 vulnerable. That's pretty good. Can't afford it though. Remove a collected card or upgrade. Let's get some upgrades done. We need it. Womps are good. Stash Away is pretty good for more block. Dark Lord form. We're pretty much going to play this whenever it shows up. Dead Branch makes the run incoherent. Lol. Yeah, but it also makes it really interesting because you never know what you're going to get out of the cards, and I think that's kind of fun. I think it's more than kind of fun. I think it's really fun. Let's go for that stash. It's basically an instant play whenever it shows up, so that makes it better. I wish it was +1, but that's okay. Gremlin Horn's real nice. I am gonna go to the other shop, I think. I am gonna bounce. So we get another upgrade. I think I am looking for the dexterity from Can't Touch This. We're a block deck, so getting the block cards feels nice. We're gonna go to the shop. I wanna fight the merchant, I wanna kill him. We got an early Dark Lord and Lantern Flare. Highly good, highly good. And in fact, we're also gonna lower his strength. So my dude sucks. Oh no! What are you gonna do? The enemy is not afflicted. They are afflicted. Hurting. We can buff hurting. And this gives us stuff to exhaust. Adapt lets us exhaust those. So let's play this as well. And we don't need to save energy, so I'm gonna play this to punch through the armor. We do have to play this on this turn, though. We have Energy Potion if we really want it, but... Use a card to exhaust. We will exhaust this. Don't need the armor. Put a card from the discard pile on top of your draw pile. That's probably going to be this, the Greatest Hurting. For another just solid 50 damage. But let's Pyre first. Slay the Pyre. And I think I'll use the Energy Potion here, because this guy is very freaking dead. And I just want to make sure that he dies. Oh, we didn't need to play the Energy Potion, but I'm glad I did it just to make sure. See ya. I'm out of energy. That's okay. Ding! Add 4 random colorless cards into your hand. They cost 0. That's probably worth it. I can't. You only have 2. Oh, damn it. Another herding could be pretty good. That's been a nice card. Kindling when exhausted. Game. I don't need that. I don't need any of these. Maybe this, but I think we have enough attacks in the deck. I really want this. I just needed one more freaking essence. When you would draw from an empty collected, you instead draw Lucky Wick. Deal 3 damage, gain 3 block. So this is an interesting one. It'll fill your deck with garbage. However, it's also a target for Adapt to exhaust and get things out of the deck. So I think it could be worth playing as just, if you can play it if you need it, and if you don't need it, you can exhaust it. Takes 9 turns to start working. Yeah, but no. It'll take 7 turns to start working, and if we add more Dragon's Troves, that reduces the amount of turns it takes. And I'm thinking about, well, if we're not fighting the heart, we don't need it. That's the other thing. If we're not fighting the heart, we don't need it. Should we go fight the heart? We could. We still have time to do all of that nonsense. Draw 2 cards. This turn they retain. Apply Doom! We are kind of a Doom deck, so Lantern Flare is tempting. It's only 4 Doom every turn. We need to remove. We're gonna remove more strikes. Yeah, it is like a why not, but that is a good point. It does take 7 turns, and ideally we're gonna add more collection cards. So let's go for Preserved Insect and I guess this is better earlier. That's a good point. Maybe another Lantern Flare. We're building a Doom deck, so we gotta remove all the other cards that are not Doom. Heal or gain max HP? I will gain max HP. I don't think we're gonna die. Please remove cards from my deck. Don't add cards to my deck. Fight an elite. Well, there's Dark Lord. Dark Lord might not be great here because it might not target the Gremlin leader, but you know, we'll just have to work around that. Lantern could probably do it. We only have 5 energy, so I think we want to have them lose strength, and then I'll take 1 damage, I think, to get these in my hand. Nice little exhaust targets. I know we didn't play Lantern Flare, but oh well. So he's doomed. Sorry. He's doomed! He's also dead! Deal 8 damage, choose one of 2 cards from the collected pile to gain a copy of. If we have to pay for it, we're not going to be able to pay for it. Let's weaken you, doing 18 damage. We're not really taking much, so let's just block. Be fine. Oh, thank you for the extra energy. There you go, and we rolled over the block. It doomed the right enemy, too. Sorry, it doomed the right enemy. You get it. Oh, Lantern Flare is also a pyre, which is nice. I don't know why I didn't realize that. So he's just gonna buff. Get the plated armor. Let's stash. Get as much block as possible. We've got the Great Hurt. Who's getting doomed? Oh, you doomed the right boy. He's doomed. Reserve with the super expensive cards is really interesting. It is, because it's a way of actually playing the damn cards, which I really like. 2 random gremlin collectibles. Oh, like, right, collectibles is the cards. I don't want that. Got more potion. I got another lantern flare, Jesus. Draw 1 card from your collected pile. Remove Megatherial from it or them. Okay, that's cool. You gotta take that. It draws them into your hand immediately, and then they don't exhaust. That's cool. So what I meant was, that's cool. Let's upgrade that immediately. Because if we can get like 2 blurs in the deck that they're shuffling around and actually being played multiple times, it's pretty cool. Draw 3 cards, muddle your hand. That's pretty cool because there's expensive cards. I like that. We'll probably add that. Maybe remove Serpent at some point. That's true, we can make the collected pile better, but we also only see the card 1 out of every 10 turns and then it exhausts. So we don't have to remove it. If we want to upgrade cards, maybe that's a little bit more use for our time, you know? But we're gonna be muddled anyways. This pays for itself, but it doesn't really do much. This is free. Adapt is super cheap. This is extra energy, and this is extra damage. Choose a card to exhaust, optional. We'll get rid of Serpent. It's a good time to do it. Add Embers, we'll Pirate because it's free. Get some decks, should have played that first, that's okay. Dark Lord form. That's like a broken card, I love it. Jawworm, Louse, Shelled Parasite. I mean, I wonder if it is in order. Probably not, but it doesn't say it's in a random order. This says that they're in a random order. This doesn't. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Snecko Eye is probably good on this character. With all the expensive cards, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the Snecko card. I think it's good enough. I think I'm gonna take another Soul Forge too. Because on upgrade, it's draw 2 cards. That's, for 0, that's very good. Now them sticking around forever might not be good, but you can always pyre them if you don't want them. Like this, and then this. And so like right now, if I don't want these, I don't have to play them. Well, I want to though. Gains an artifact at the end of its turn if it did not already have artifact. He's gonna be kind of annoying to deal with. And he's got orbs. Gain 5 block, deal 5 damage. The top card of your draw pile costs 0 until played. That's actually pretty good. Core Surge, Megatherial, gain artifact. That's not. Like that's fine, but to add to add 1 Core Surge? I'd rather add these, especially if they're not etherealized and they can be played for free. That's kind of cool, kind of fun, kind of cool. Sorry, misspeaking. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? We want a Doom. We want to block. We gotta kill the orbs first, I think, and then we'll focus on this guy. I don't think we need a power potion, though. We only need 14 block, or we could take the temporary HP. This guy is also taking probably one of my good cards, so I hate you. Enter. He's gonna artifact the vulnerable. I think he's gonna artifact the weak. Did you take my card? You did. Play a You Are Mine. Yeah, he's gonna artifact the weak, because it's in order. Weakness, vulnerability, then doom. So a free louse and a replayable Lagavulin. Alrighty, that's interesting. So here's what we're gonna do. Remove your doom. And then everyone loses strength. Then I will get block. And then you're hitting me for 16, which means you're hitting me for 4, which means we're gonna still have the temporary block. Let's just end turn. We do have blur, but I don't want to spend the reserve energy. We gotta get cards. So, louse. Let's get the dexterity, then the louse, because it does affect it. Like 2 weak and vulnerable, 15 damage on hurting. Whirlwind and hurting will kill an enemy. So what I like is, and we'll have the energy to play this. Hurt, whirlwind. Next turn, what do we want? Maybe Lagavulin, but maybe hurting so we can make it stronger. It won't be free, we'll have to pay for it, but let's get that hurting back. Oh, right, okay. That's actually totally fine. Then we play Dark Lord form. Dark Lord form. End turn. We're gonna get block back thanks to the louse. So he is weak, vulnerable, and doomed. Oh, you know why? Because the scorched effect, him gaining 4 doom per turn, that's destroying the artifact, so the doom will infinitely stack on him now. That's pretty nice. This is a good Snecko turn. Draw 5, okay, let's make our hand cheaper. So we'll definitely pyre him again. Dump a strike. This is a good time to Snecko. Okay, Lantern Flare for free, why not? Greater Hurting is also free. You know what, I do like the idea of maybe trying to kill this guy now. We only need to do another 20. Defend is free. So let's, when did the defect get cogs? It's just an alternate character skin for him when you're fighting him and he's the boss, pretty much. We have 7 energy. Play this. Play this. Hire the fuel? No, pyre this. It's expensive, but also almost gets the kill. I like that. One strike, one whirlwind will kill you. Choose a card to exhaust. Might as well exhaust the... Let's exhaust the strike. We don't need that strike. Forgery is also useless because there's no collected cards remaining. But we can... We're gonna draw whatever we play. So let's get the louse. Lantern Flare. Dump a forgery, we don't need it. Womp. We still have that blur in the deck. We've got another one now in our hand. Exhaust the Agony. He's always going to have weak and vulnerable at this point. Get more blur. More of that. More of this. He has 85 Doom! 85, 87, 89 Doom! Dong! Okay. The top card of your draw pile costs 0 until played. You know, maybe I don't want to thicken up our collected pile, because we've got a lot of cards. Double Doom. We don't need a double Doom. When exhausted, gain 2 strength and add 2 embers into your hand. The Sunbloom Kindling. So it's kindling that adds kindling. And strength. We don't need strength. We're a Doom deck! Doom! Maybe in that case we do want to double Doom, but honestly, this is going just fine without it. So I think we will take nothing. We'll do like this. Whenever you attack, gain block. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna skip. And I'm gonna skip Core Surge, and I'm gonna skip the Bronze Orbs. You could use these to help you get a card for free, but you don't know what you're gonna get off of the top of your deck, and 5 block, 5 damage for 1 doesn't synergize with the Doom! I mean, we have a question card. We can take Busted Crown. Dun, 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 dun. So it's Barricade Ironclad. I don't really remember how to deal with him at all. There's a shop here. So we'll go Question Path first. I want to see what events there are. So draw 2. We get a Louse and a Jawworm. I mean, that's pretty nice. We got to deal with the bomb. What the? We need to play the defend. So yeah, dump the strike. He's half dead. You're gonna need damage to break the block. We'll see. All we need is Doom! Put a card from the discard pile on top of your draw pile, no matter where they are. Because when played and at the end of turn, I was thinking maybe we could Lagavulin draw it back by putting it on the draw pile, but no, you can't do that. You can only play it once. So play this, bring back a, oh right, these don't exhaust. Bring back a Jawworm then. Why not? I'm just gonna kill you both, I guess. Kill you. Kill you. Rip card. Dong. Now there's a lot of exhausted cards, but we at least get 1 collected card every turn, so we're not going to be completely screwed on draw. Let's do this, and then this. And then this. And then this. There we go. I guess he's only taking the 4 damage because we're not inflicting him with anything else, but that's okay. Megatherial Bomb. Repulsor. Pyre draw 2. Dude, that is kind of sick. I think I'm just gonna add both of those. Those are great cards. Deal 10 damage to a random enemy 3 times. Repeat for each unique debuff on the enemy. We have enough raw physical damage. We've got the womps. It's just the bomb, lol. The bomb is a pretty okay card. There's nothing wrong with the bomb, but the repulsor cards are quite interesting. So Scorching Ray, we could use that as a high value attack card, but we do have attacks in the deck. Not many, but we've got Womps, and the Hurting card in particular is pretty decent. We could add another one. Our deck is getting mighty expensive, but we can't afford it for the most part. So let's add one more like big value attack, and then add 2 of these repulsors. That is solid. I think that's very good. Remove 3 cards, get a random curse. We will do this because we can remove the curse, and then also it's good card removal. I think I'm gonna get rid of... I was gonna say the Inflicted Agony, but actually we'll just get rid of the strikes and the defend, I think. Why did my... Oh, Darkstone. And we have a shop down here we can remove that card from. Hello. Deal damage, add 2 embers to your hand, Orb Walker. Unnecessary. We want this. Writhe is annoying, I'll admit. Not the end of the world. We'll definitely fuel. Should have probably done that earlier, but that's okay. We got another Womp! Womp. Hire the Ember. Again, should have done this in a different order. My bad. And you are dead, my friend. At least it isn't the one that makes her whole hand exhaust. Can you get those in random encounters like this? I remember what you're talking about. When drawn, make all of your hands, all the cards in your hand etherealize. But I didn't realize that could spawn outside of the final boss. Add boss cards. This is optional, so we can look, but I think I'm just gonna pick one and then just not take it. Gain 10 block, next turn gain 3 energy and a Slime Crush. Requires block, deal damage to all enemies multiple times, exhaust. Honestly, I'm gonna skip. I like that there's a new symbol on those cards telling you who it's from, but we don't need it. This fight might be tough, but we do have scaling of Assault. So I'm gonna check this. Whenever you apply weak or vulnerable to an enemy, apply Doom. Ethereal, the first time you pyre, gain a copy. It costs 0. Whenever you exhaust, a random enemy loses. Whenever you... Sorry, the first time you pyre, gain a copy of it. I assume it means the card that you pyred. Right? So if we pyre Scorched Ray, we'll get a copy. But if we Snecko and draw, it'll be muddled, so we don't need to do that. I think we just want to Snecko right now. Okay, now it's free. And then we can... God, it's so weird. Pyre can't touch this, and we get it for free? Yes. Interesting. Okay. Then block. In block. Damage. Forge. It's not gonna be free. We could play it though. Still taking a little bit of damage. We should have played this earlier. That would have killed him. Oh, he's dead anyways. Okay, that works. Also, Dong. So choose a card to exhaust. This is not from Pyre. This is just exhausting though. So we'll exhaust the Ember. And then Bonfire. No, actually, hold on. This is kind of cool. Lantern Flare. Bonfire. Oh look, we get a Bonfire for free. Then we can get rid of the other Ember. Then we can roll over block, draw cards. Curse, get rid of Serpent, another Louse, a Womp. Still have 1 energy, roll over the block. Interesting. I'll admit the collection that we have is a little thick, but that's okay. Exhaust the Hurting. It's just a freebie. Soulforge, though, is how we get through the collected cards. And now we have Louse for free, Repulsor for free. Well, no, it's not for free. It is on Pyre. So we'll get rid of Greater Hurting for the Super Hurting. Oh, but because we Pyred it, we got a copy. Okay, so now I can do 54 damage. You're dead next turn. If I... Because I think we... This is so weird. I think we do this. We draw as well, which is great. That'll kill you. Gotta play this. I think we will play this, and then stash for energy. This is a cool character, and I'm liking the Doom. Why do I have 4? Why do I have another Torchhead guy? Where did you come from? Looking at my things. I didn't realize I had a Torchhead in front of me. I thought it was just the ones carrying my carriage. That is not the case. This is exhausted, gain an Ember. Here's the thing though, if I exhaust you, you're now free. Use your temporary HP. Oh, that's cute. Exhume a collected card. That's how you get them back. It says, it doesn't say random, so I assume you can pick and choose. But that's how you get them back. The Darklings will do it. Deal damage, exhume a collected card. Now we know. I want to just upgrade. Remove a collected card. I still don't think we need to remove. All of the collected cards we have, except for like 1, are still worth playing. What I will do though is just make sure that this doesn't exhaust. We're trying to get Warped Tongs to upgrade all the collected cards. Let's see what we got here. The boot. Fantastic. You know what? Let's fight the Burning Elite. Next turn, gain a talk. But what does it do? You gotta tell me what it does. Well, I mean, we'll just stack up the Doom on this guy. Sorry, we'll stack up the Doom! Okay, having him lose 2 strength is not that big of a deal. So, 3, 5. Lantern flare is not that important. I think I'd rather just have the big ol' energy. 6 energy. That way, we can get those womps in the Dark Lord form going. Otherwise, we're gonna have... Well, we're still gonna have 4 reserves if we do it like this. So you know what? Yeah. Let's get that 4 reserve. Cause that Doom, it be stacking. Glad I kept this card, because now you're weak and vulnerable, and then you are going to have your mine, and then you're gonna be, we're gonna have some dexterity, and then we're going to forge a louse. Keep rolling over the block. My dude is 64 Doom. Draw 2. Oh, we do have to exhaust. Gain an ember. I'd rather not. We don't need mini curse. Snecko here, I think, is pretty nice. So let's dump a defend. Snecko. Our hand is so expensive, and now it's so cheap. Womp. He's dead. Ba-da-da-da-da. Captain Pug, welcome. Another banger I want to buy. I'm into roguelites, I just don't have many. Spire's a good one. This is the Downfall mod that we are playing. Added in a new character of their own design. We're playing the Collector, and it's pretty fun. What the heck is a talk? Next turn gain a head crush. What the heck is a head crush? It's not mega ethereal though, this talk. I don't know what a head crush is. Bag of prep is really nice. Nah, we can skip those. I don't know, you want to add it? Would you like to add this card? I think we'll bounce here. Question mark, shop, camp. Do it? All right, I'll do it. You convinced me. Yeah, don't forget to recall. I guess I'm gonna go do it. I didn't think I was going to, but here I am. You do a lot of damage, so you're kind of annoying. Well, I guess now we have to play it. I would like some extra decks, but we have no blocks. We should still do it though. Oh, I don't know if this is a good Snecko. Next turn we'll gain a talk. Next turn, get 3 energy. All right, I can do that. That's pretty good. And then we'll make you weak. And at this point, we'll Snecko. Did make things cheaper, for the most part. It does just spawn him when you have temporary health. That's kind of cute. Head Crush. Deal 70 damage to all enemies, but it does cost another 3 to play. And this, again, these stay in your deck, I think. They don't go away. I do like the artwork on that, though. Just an upside down big head. But with the reserve, you can make it happen. Why do I have 6 reserve? Oh, right, I played the cards. Let's draw and just dump the defend. Get block. Talk. Dark Lord. Sorry. Dark Lord! Dun 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 dun. And I really like the idea of 70? We're gonna be weak. I really like the idea of bringing back a mini curse next turn. You're hitting for 37. There you go, 18, perfect. That's significantly worse than a Mega Sasigas Jr. I mean, it's not good, but you can fill your deck with head crushes, and I suppose if you keep manipulating your costs or give yourself extra energy, maybe you can actually play it and afford it. Scry play. Dude, we should have saved so many essences. These are great cards. Great cards. Very good cards. Fight yourself for a rare relic, yield a full. I will fight myself for a rare relic. It's me! This foe doesn't have a unique collectible yet. Gain 1 strength and 1 dexterity. The soulless husk. Oh. You know, that's fair. Gain 1 strength and 1 dex for 1. It's a power, so even if you make it not mega ethereal, it will still not exist anymore. Pyre. Anything that we want to pyre? The Rive. Got a louse. The TikTok could still be useful here with his ads, but Dark Lord form is definitely something that I'm also interested in playing. I'm going to gain energy. And then, do I want to play a tick and an agony? I think we will play the tick. And I think we'll play the agony, just to make sure that he's not going to attack next turn. And then we'll save the reserve. That's good. Louse. Rid of the... I think we can get rid of the defend. I think we have enough blocks. Because we can talk. We can womp and stash. I think I'm just gonna stash. Because we have the blur. And... plonk. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, sure, it's not like a 10 out of 10 play, but it did do 250 damage. Calipers. Torchhead. At a random Torchhead call. What the heck is a Torchhead call? I don't want it. And then Soulless Husk for Strength Dex, no thank you. Is that a Muddler? Ooh, it's a Muddler. Dark Willow Kindling. When exhausted, apply Doom! Don't need it. Gaming. I will fight you. I've got potions. We don't have any music, but that's okay. Music will get fixed. I don't want to exit the game, though, just in case it doesn't work. Dude, I don't know why we keep getting tick. Oh my god, I do. It goes backwards, doesn't it? it doesn't shuffle the collection. The card that you add just goes on top. So that's why we're getting tick every turn, which means at turn 3, we can head crush every combat. That's interesting. I don't know if that's intentional, but that is what's happening. Very weird. Very weird. So now the real question is, how do we want to handle the fight? I think we just want to block. Now I don't have a lot of blocks, but I can still do this, and then this, and then this. And I'll use a skill potion. I think that's pretty okay. Adds a bunch of weak and vulnerable. We're gonna take a little damage. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Actually, we're not gonna take damage. We have the temporary HP, of course. But of course. So we need energy. We need energy and blocks. So we'll do this. Actually, like, I can just kill you. Well, not quite. I can get close. Not quite enough damage. So we should block, and I also think we should talk. Gonna take a 1 damage. The tiniest little amount of damage. Oh, you're gonna take some damage. I did take some damage, but then we killed him. Deflecting bracers. Gain counter equal to half of the amount of expiring block. Gain an essence. Add 2 embers to your hand. Orb walker, no thank you. More kindling. Pyre, next turn, gain a copy of the exhausted card. That's pretty cool, but unnecessary. Let's go to the shop one more time. Add a power in your hand at the start of combat. I mean, that's pretty good. Card which exhaust will discard 50% of the time. We actually don't exhaust too many cards. I guess Womp and Stash Away, and the other Womp, and Dragon's Trove, and the Soul Forges. But we don't... This won't work on the Mega Ethereal cards, unfortunately. Although, you know what, it can. If it doesn't exhaust and it goes into the draw pile, we can move it to the, or it goes into the discard pile, we can move it into the draw pile and then draw it if we have a card that allows us to draw. Oh God, spilling my coffee all over me when I took a sip. So I do like Bottled Tornado. We can put the Dark Lord form in our starting hand, which I think is really freaking good. So let's do that. And then we will purge a card. We will probably purge a defend, although I guess the Writhe is better. And we will leave. We'll get the music back, I believe. Now we don't have to play it is the other thing, because this is a lot of damage coming in very early. We have 6 energy though. That's not quite enough to give us enough block, but we take like 3 damage, so. It's a good turn 1 draw, admittedly. And now we have the Repulsor, which is the second from the last card in our hand. So Repulsor will draw You know what this means? Soul Forge, we know what it's going to draw, I think. Draw 2 cards. This should, in theory, draw Repulsor Snecko? No, Louse Adapt. It always seems to draw Louse Adapt. So maybe it doesn't work in order. I don't know. Maybe it was in order here. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're only taking 22 damage. Let's... We have infinity energy, I'm realizing. So we will adapt. Let's agony you. Let's womp you as well. We have 12 block. That's enough to take no damage. You are mine. We'll kill you before you can attack, but do we care? I think I'd rather just weaken another unit. Maybe you were just lucky. That's true. You know, maybe we just drew tick 3 times in a row. Exhaust the Scorching Ray. We don't need it. Let's see. Snecko, Tick, Jawworm, Louse. Snecko, Tick. So maybe it's just whatever the order they are in this, or maybe again we're just kind of getting weirdly lucky / unlucky / I don't know. So we'll do it again. Jawworm, Louse, Lagavulin, Louse. Lagavulin, Louse. So maybe this order and this order is not the same, but this order is not getting randomized, so you know what you're drawing. Look, I don't know, okay? It's weird. It's weird. Let's make everyone lose strength. Let's tick, and then let's just play this, I guess. And then that's a good card to exhaust, and then Snecko. It wasn't upgraded, so we didn't actually draw that much. I guess we'll give you some more Doom. Sorry, some more Doom. And you're dead. We don't need another tick, because now we have a talk. And you know what? It'll kill him. Bonk. More Jawworms. I don't need more Jawworms added to the deck. Prevent the next time Doom would be removed. I think we're gonna remove Doom, all right. All right, let's upgrade something. We should get music after this, don't worry. It'll happen, okay? Barricade. Does he summon like a, no, strength version summons the mushrooms, right? We don't need this to hit all enemies, I don't think. Later maybe, but. Yeah, I am thinking maybe more reserve energy, or maybe. Yeah, it is actually pretty good to get more energy. This is actually worth playing too, but if ever we have the energy to play this, I'm gonna want to play it, and that energy is important, so we'll do this. Hey! Ah, you start with a fortification. Gain 3 decks for 0, and barricade? Why, you don't say. Very interesting. You gain 5 strength after you lose your fortification. But you don't lose your barricade. The fortification will give him more block too. That's what's happening here. Okay, we gotta be careful. We have 8 energy. We want Dark Lord, but we should draw in case we can draw something else that can enable. We don't need the defense. We should draw in case we can draw something that could draw Snecko. So Soul Forge will draw either Jawworm Louse or Shelled Parasite Snecko. Maybe if it works, yeah, Shelled Parasite Snecko. So if you look at your collected pile, the last cards are what you're drawing. That seems to be the case. This is what I wanted though, because now we can make everything free. So we'll play a Plated Armor. And then I think we'll just play Snecko. Okay. Weak, vulnerability, and doom. Let's doom you in case we want to apply more, which we probably will. This is free. This is essentially free. Still gonna hit you. How'd I get 25 temporary HP so quickly? We need to play Dark Lord. I will do damage and then bring back Snecko because we can, and that's hilarious. I will keep you weak and vulnerable to get rid of an Ember, and then we're gonna just stash. We didn't get any Blur, but that's okay. I would have loved to have rolled over 50 block, but we got a lot of our enablers out there. Now he is gonna hit for flipping 50, but I also have 30 block. How'd I get 30 block? What did I do? I didn't think I did anything to deserve it. Hey, a lot of expensive cards. That's what we like to see. Draw 2 from the collected pile, so that's gonna be Serpent and Louse. It is how it works. So now we have Blur. I'm going to Serpent, Lantern, Doubt. Which is one of 3. Will it add Louse, Lagavulin, Adapt? It will, so we can Snecko it. We have 7 energy. Boom. 6 energy. We're gonna play this, we're gonna play this, we're gonna... we can play this. This is going very well. Now he does have Flame. I gotta remember not to attack into him. We're going to exhaust a hurt. Oh, I wanted to inflict agony on him. That's okay. Draw 2 collected cards. It will be Lagavulin Adapt. So we don't have to play this if we don't want to draw those 2 cards. We don't need to reduce his strength, and we don't need Adapt. But if we draw it, we get closer to the Tick, the Repulsor. So I guess we will. I guess we can Pirate. We already have 1 Adapt. We don't necessarily need 2. So what do we do? I think we Doom you. Pyre the... Still have 2 Blur too. Pyre the Inflict Agony. Get that out of here. Let's get more energy. You're gonna make me weak? If I'm gonna be weak, I'll spend the energy just playing that now. My dude is still doomed. Dun, dun, dun. All right, choose 1 card to exhaust. I will exhaust the Defend. I know I keep exhausting my blocks, but he's gonna hit for 83. I don't think so. I don't think so. We do have Snecko though, which means we can put an expensive card on top of our draw pile, like a Lantern or an Adapt, or even the Greater Hurt, which seems like it would be very nice to have right now. Just to do more damage. Then I'll Tick and then Sneck. I'm glad we can apply the Doom, because we need to make sure that he still, well, never loses the Doom. Sorry, never loses the Doom. You know what I'm gonna say. You knew it before I even said it. All right, now we're not taking any damage. We're gonna add a copy of a card. That's gonna be probably just Blur. We lose Bonfire, but we don't need it at this point. And my dude is doomed, isn't he? Look at that. My dude is doomed. I might even be able to talk him myself. And I just keep exhausting all my block cards, which is totally fine, I think. Oh, I just add that. Collector feels a lot like the Hexaghost. I like this a lot more than Hexaghost, because Hexaghost, I always have to pay, it's a puzzle Hexaghost. You gotta pay attention to where you are in your hex rotation. This is a lot better, because it's just, hey, play your cards, forehead. You give 1,050 souls back to the heart. It's a fun character though. I really am enjoying this one. The collected cards add a unique element of, you need to add cards to your deck so that you are stronger, but you want to make sure that you're adding good cards, which usually come from later units. So it's a balancing act of saving enough essences to get enough good cards when you come across those combats, versus adding things to your deck that you can use, like the louses. I filled my deck with as many of these as I could because that blur is really strong, and then I filled it with card draw to get to the blur, and I have a synergy between pulling these out to play them and making some of them be able to be played multiple times, and that's cool synergy. It's just fun characters. It's a fun character to play. Oh, I hate this though. Inflame, White Noise, and Shadow Cloak. It's just their own powers. When you play another card, muddle your hand, then discard this. I really do not want to muddle my hand because everything in my hand is of an appropriate cost. So I think I'm gonna have to play this. We have a potion that we can play to give energy if we need it. So draw 2, Lagavulin Louse. I think that is worth it. Draw 2, Serpent Adapt. I like that because with, oh, it's Serpent, not Snecko. I guess we should still do it. So we'll Louse, Lagavulin. We can just play Dark Lord, but if we tick-tock and then Head Crush, we can probably kill him. It is 6 energy over a couple of turns, but we're already gaining, well, no, we have to play Feel the Fire to gain energy, which we can do. I think I'm not gonna play Dark Lord. I think I'm just gonna dump that Serpent. I'm gonna tick. We're not taking any damage. And I'm just gonna bring back Fuel. Because as soon as we draw Headbutt, whatever it's called, we're gonna do 70 damage to all of them, and ideally they'll be vulnerable too. So we have 8 energy and Stash, which is very good. And this is a good combo. Can't touch this. Feel the Fire gives us more energy. Okay, still no blur, but that's okay. So we need, oh, we're weak. You dick. It's still a lot of damage. But we can make one enemy vulnerable and then smack them good. I would like, I think, to have Buffer. Draw 2 cards from your collected pile, Snecko Louse. So we can Snecko these, which is great. Play the Louse. Repulsor is just draw, so we'll just get rid of like the defend. Got a Bonfire and an Agent. At the end of your turn, add a Void. Haunted is the one. Haunted is the one. At the end of your turn, add a Void. That's not that big of a deal. And we definitely want a Snecko. Let's Snecko. We have so much energy. Good God. Pyre U. Get that out of the deck. Solid head crush. 70, 70, and then 50. Free block. If I doom someone, they're gonna die. We need more blocks. We should definitely play this. Get rid of this, because this already etherealizes, and then we'll play the lantern. You're gonna get doomed, but you're not quite dead, so let's make sure that you die. Well, actually, let's doom you, because then you'll die. That was dumb. I took damage. We should have killed the... That was stupid. And then you healed. Yeah, that was very dumb. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Choose one of two cards to get a copy. It's a Louse, Louse, or a Repulsor. They have so much energy. Oh, hey, look, it's a Louse. Would have thought. All right, so you're dead. You're dead. You are not quite dead. Dun, dun. Yeah, we shouldn't have even... We should not have taken that 5 damage. Just gotta play this one. There we go. Give you some status effects. Hit you multiple times. Great hurt. Hit ya. We don't need to talk. Hit ya. You're dead. Very straightforward. So we can take 2 cards. Do we want strength? No. Do we want exhausting a curse? Not really, but we do exhaust curses sometimes, so. Bottled Brain. Upgrade a card in your collection, start combat with it on top of your collected pile. It's Snecko! Give me that Snecko. Big brain plays. Start combat with pound Y Snecko Plus on the top of your collected pile. I'll take that Shadow Cloak now. Got anything for me? At the start of your 3rd turn, gain energy and draw 2 cards. It's pretty good. If you have at least 10 upgradable cards, upgrade 1 at random. Barbell. That's really nice. Let's remove a... We do not need Inflict Agony anymore. We can dump that. And I guess we'll just get a potion. All right. Remove a collected card. I still don't think we need to remove a collected card. I'd rather just upgrade something. Removing collected cards is nice, but not necessary. The real question is, what the heck do you upgrade then? We really don't have to upgrade much, if anything, so. Hey, Eternally Blissed. Thank you for the resubscription. Caw. I haven't seen Spire in a long time. What hero are you playing as? So this is the Downfall mod. It had an update very recently, which added in a new playable character. We're playing as the Collector, because you play as the bad guys in Downfall. And we're at the final fight of the game. The final fight of the true final boss path. And the only thing that I have to decide on is if I want to purge a card from my deck. And I think the answer is yes. Get rid of Serpent. Let's fight. Dun, 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 dun. So we start with Snecko, which is very nice. There. Start here. Get a copy. The Louse. Play the Louse. Play the Snecko. Things are cheap, but not as cheap as I would like. Let's muddle the lantern and the whirling flame. Whirling flame is free. You, endgame, remove the enemy's invincible buff and stun them. How do you add this to the deck? There's probably a card that steals whatever the collection card is, so you can steal it in order to play it. But that would be kind of funny to enable like a one-turn KO on the boss. Put a card on top of your draw pile. We will put on the... I don't know. Let's play some cards first. Womp. Well, actually, let's get the vulnerability out. We have 5 energy. Yeah, we can do this. Sega says that's so cool. I wonder if there's gonna be like another true final boss though, honestly. Because it's weird that this is the end. My only friend. Laos and Lagavulin, those are good. Should have played that first, that's dumb. I will definitely pyre this Aged. Should have played the other card first. I'm dumb sometimes. Also, we should play our potions. Random attacks? Yeah. Okay. Let's get... We don't need it, but let's get energy and then Entropic Brew. Kaka, more strength. Finger of Death. Only reserves may be spent. Apply 50 Doom. I mean, it's free, so I think I'll just play it for free. That's a really cool card, though. We play a debuff, they take damage, madness, blind. You know, madness. Dump this, fire this, womp. Sorry, what I meant was womp womp. What happened? How did that get played? Oh, because, can't touch this. No, what is it called? Dark Lord form plays a card. That counts as a card play for your turn. Yeah, we didn't use any reserves either because we reduced it to 0, but that's a cool card. I like it. Because it's 50 damage at the very least. And you can build around reserve play. I kind of have been doing that to a small degree. Just small degree. This pays for itself, so we'll do it. It'll draw a Laos and a Shelled Parasite. Do we want a Laos and a Tick to be non-etherealized? Honestly, no. Just let these etherealize. Stash the energy. My dude has 106 Doom! There's a power card that returns a pirate card at the cost of 0. I actually saw that earlier. I didn't get it added to the deck, I got it from a power potion. But that was very cool because Mini Curse could make anything free. Oh yeah, and it would work on the Doom card. You're absolutely right. You're absolute. Look at the big brain on you. I think I should hit you. We still have Doom, but at least we're purging some of it. Once per turn. I imagine if you played 2 copies of it, it would be twice per turn, but no guarantee of that. I mean, I have 11 reserves. We can just play this. But actually, you know what? There you go. Now it's 2. We don't need a tick. So my dude has 194 Doom. Doom. Poison. There's a burn in the Hexaghost. They all function similarly, which is kind of scaling damage over time, but they all have different, unique elements. You know, the Doom requires enemies to be weak and vulnerable to stack it. The Hexaghost one, it blows up after like 3 turns, so it's not really a damage over time, it's more of just delayed damage. But it's interesting, for sure. Sauced. Sauced you. I have 10 energy. No more blur, though. I have 1 in the deck, but we're not going to be able to draw it. So we need to make sure we kill you either this turn or next turn. Well, actually, I do a lot of damage, so I think I'm just going to kill you this turn. You're invincible! Oh, the Doom happens at the beginning of your turn. Oh, that's annoying. So the Doom will do 216 damage to you, so if I can stack it up higher, it could kill you. Except you're healing, so now you're not going to. You were gonna heal anyways, so yeah, this is fine. You just get rid of the card, I guess. So now I can only do 7 damage. Oh, I did blur. I didn't realize I had another blur active. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. Let's forge a repulsor, drop the decay. You're dead if I purge your buffer. Also, you have 275 Doom. Dung! I have calipers. Harrison, thank you. I've been confused for a few fights now as to why I've been buffering. It's partial buffer, but when you have 100 block, it's essentially a buffer. I completely forgot about that calipers that we picked up at the very end there. It makes it so much easier. Okay. Brain drain. Add the enemy's card to your hand. Literally what we were just theorizing. That's how you can get that card from the boss. This can enable a one-hit KO. Add the enemy's collected card into your hand, not your deck, just your hand. Dark Apotheosis, upgrade the collected pile for the rest of combat. That's pretty cool. I imagine this is better if you can pull those cards out of the exhaust and replay them, or if you can make this innate, but... Green Pyre Locust. Put 1 card from your collected pile into your hand. Excuse me. It's choosable. You can pick a card. So it's basically Brain Drain, or Bottled Brain. That's Brain Drain. Basically Bottled Brain, but you get to select one, as opposed to need the artifact. Fun character, fun run. That's cool. Kind of reminds me of Snecko a little bit. Not because we had Snecko, although that's maybe also part of it. But it kind of reminds me of Snecko because Snecko has you adding unidentified cards to your deck that can become other cards, and we are adding special cards to our deck from the enemies that we're fighting. We kind of have like a pseudo secondary deck that we are thinking about at all times when we're playing, not just the main cards. In Snecko's case, the pseudo deck is whatever your unidentified cards could be. But in this case, it is just whatever is in your collected pile. But it's very cool. It's strong because having one extra card per turn can give you a lot of value, and cards like Soulforge can let you pull them out of your deck for free and make them replayable. Fun deck, fun character. That is the Collector, the beta version of the Collector in the current Downfall mod. It's Apotheosis, but dark. Dark Apotheosis. There are beta arts, but like half of them, this is Math Tricker. What do you mean beta arts? Oh, beta arts. Not for this one. Not for this one. Not for Lantern Fire. Not for Womp. Bonfire has one. What is that text? I don't know what that text is. Is that like the language from like Dark Souls or Noida or something like that? I mean, that's Dark Souls, but this kind of looks like a Noida text. It's all pixelated and big. Darkiosis, I like that. You know, let me just go to the card lab here, compendium. Lector, and there's just like an option for show beta. Oh, you know what? It's here. Playtester art mode? Is that what it is? Playtester art mode? Compendium card library. Oh, there we go. And yeah, we can see what they are now. Cool. Fuel the fire. Pouring fuel on the fire. I get it. Bramble Spark Kindling is just a real one. This is actually what I wanted it to be like, and then they changed it to be a log. Forgery. Again with that language, whatever this language is, but also I'll admit I don't get this interface. Is this like RuneScape or something? I don't know what game this is emulating here. Inevitable Demise. So there's two little ghosty apparitions. This looks like the alien egg. This looks like an alien egg to me. You don't put your head in the alien egg. Ironbark Kindling, a rune as opposed to a log. I really do like that they are actual logs, I'll admit. Sucker Punch. Funny Fails. He's gonna be on TV. Billow. And Bellow. Gain 20 block, next turn add a Bellow. Bellow, apply Doom equal to unused block. It's a lot of energy, but this deck kind of relies on getting that reserve energy. It's definitely a reference. Binding Call. Bring, bring. Bonfire. Brain Drain. It's a brain and it's a drain. I mean, yeah. Can't touch this. Another rune for kindling. Fleeting Embers. They're just all confused. Green Pyre Locust. Kind of reminds me of the, what is it, the second world in Celeste? With the sky blocks, the well, star blocks. I don't know what they're actually called. Horde is a dragon. Hurting. Greater Hurting. Oh, I really want to see what the greatest hurting is. Smiley face, kind of sad face. I want to see the Doom guy face for the greatest hurting. I'll take that call. It's for you. Another rune. Reminds you of Double Tap. Raging Call. Torchhead equals X death. Are you in the bathroom? You're like, please bring me some toilet paper? Or maybe he's like, I really need to pee. Can you stop? Can we finish this conversation already? I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta take a break. I've been streaming for 6 hours. I gotta use the restroom. Seed of Doubt. It's a seed and it's the doubt face. Soul Forge, it's a Soul Forge. They could have made this a Diablo 2 reference, I think, but they chose not to. Suffering, I don't know whose that is. I don't know who that is. It kind of looks like, I don't know. I don't know a red-eyed redhead, so. Coffin Nail. Deal 5 damage when exhausted, return it to your hand next turn with 5 more damage. So it's a target for being the target for a pyre. Dark Apotheosis. Doesn't have any beta art, unfortunately. Dark Storm. It's pretty light out, I gotta acknowledge. It's more like Purple Storm. Gain a Blightning. Shuffle 2 more into your draw pile. Blightning deals 6, apply 6 Doom, deal 8 damage, draw 1 card from the collected pile. That's pretty cool. They don't thicken up the deck too much because they will just eventually be exhausted. Dragon's Trove we've already seen. Fiend Fire. Friendly Fire already exists in the game. Exhaust your hand, deal damage for each exhausted card. It is friendly. It is Fiend Fire. Friendly Fire, whatever. We've already seen this card. This isn't unique. Does Blightning mean Black Lightning? I think it means Blight Lightning. The Blightning. What was it? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Blight Lightning. Finger of Death. Makes it cheaper on upgrade. Goodbye. Double Doom. Dude, I'm telling you. Nice legs. Quarter's Strike. Deal damage, play the top card of your collected pile. I assume that will also etherealize it. The Lantern, which we've seen. Protecting Call. Torch heads gain block. Pyromancy, at the start of your turn, gain 1 reserve. That's really good. That's free energy. On the cheap, too. For 1, you get 1 every turn. While you have temporary health, each attack triggers a torch head. You've really got to find some way of getting renewable temporary HP for this to be super beneficial, I think. Because if you run out of temporary health, you're not going to be able to get the value from the power that you just played. So this is an interesting one. I don't know how to build around that. Meet the Pyro reference? Absolutely, 110%. Although, I don't know, maybe the upgrade can switch it to like, flowers and butterflies. Shooting Star. The first time you pyre, gain a copy. Is that a maid outfit? Is that a broom? Oh, you're a witch. Okay. Kindling, another rune. Black Bindings, unknown. Double Trouble, extricate. Rotwood Kindling, Omen, receive tribute. Well, we've looked at them. This is the beta art. Cool. In any case, good run and fun character. For those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Slay the Spire Downfall.